I'm Sean Reynolds, the owner of Summit Properties Northwest and Reynolds & Klein Appraisal. And we've all heard the terms appraisal, BPO, CMA when it comes to valuing a home. So of these three, I'm going to start at the very top, and that is the appraisal process. So the appraisal process is the most complete analysis of valuation of a home. And it's also the most expensive. You're going to pay the most for an appraisal. An appraiser is typically going to come out and do a full-on inspection of your home. They're going to walk through, they're going to take photos, they're going to measure, they're going to look at comparable sales, they're physically going to drive by comps. They're going to do the most work of any of the valuation processes. The second valuation method that we hear a lot about is CMA, and that stands for Comparative Market Analysis. And that is usually a valuation method used by real estate brokers when they're going to list a home. When a seller comes to a real estate broker, hey, I want to list my home, and the broker says, hey, that's great, I'm going to get you a CMA. That way you'll kind of have an idea of the range of sales price that we can expect for a home. So the real estate broker typically walks through the home, and then they do their own kind of market analysis, trends of what's going on in the neighborhood. They use comparable sales also, actives, pending, closed sales. But oftentimes in a CMA, you won't see the level of adjustments to the comparable sales. You'll have just kind of a big range of data, and then the broker just kind of picks one. And also the fee on a competitive market analysis, there typically isn't one, because the real estate broker wants to get the business of the seller, the potential home seller, and they're going to do some footwork for free, and that's a competitive market analysis. The third approach to getting a home valuation is the BPO, and that is also performed by a real estate broker, and it stands for broker price opinion. The occasion that this usually comes in is when a home is in foreclosure or it's been foreclosed on, and a bank needs to know what is the value of this asset, what's the value of this property. And so they pay a real estate broker maybe $25, maybe $50 on the upper end. And it's a way for banks to not pull the trigger on a full appraisal. They don't want to incur the cost. They're basically cheap at this point, and they're looking for a real estate broker to put their license to a valuation for maybe $25 or $50. So the problem with BPOs is they are often done by real estate brokers who don't have a lot going on, who don't have a lot of experience, and so that's why they're willing to put a value to a property for such little amount of money. In the past, banks have used these a ton. When we had the market crash of 07, 08, banks were ordering broker price opinions all day long because they had so many properties that needed valuation. Now that the market's turned around, we don't see broker price opinions as often, but they still are a valuation out there that comes up in the marketplace. So that's about it on this topic. Again, to summarize, appraisal is the most complete valuation method. Next down would be a competitive market analysis done by a real estate broker, and that's to establish the list price for an upcoming listing. And the third valuation, BPO, broker price opinion, and that's typically done by a real estate broker for a bank on a property that's either in foreclosure or has been foreclosed on. I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, I'm Sean Reynolds from Summit Properties Northwest and Reynolds & Klein Appraisal. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.